So today I want to discuss how an individual can overcome their own unhealthy tendencies, this kind of self-sabotaging behaviors that they have within themselves that they're unaware of. So in the depths of this self-exploration, the individual may find themselves confronted with a disconcerting realization, right? It's the presence of unhealthy tendencies within their own being. So those tendencies are often hidden in the recesses of their own consciousness, right? They act as shadows that cast doubt on our authenticity and impede our own growth, right? But, it's not something really to be feared, right? Because the recognition of these veiled patterns marks the first step towards liberating oneself from them. Without awareness of them, nothing's going to happen. But if we only stay within the state of awareness of them, nothing also happens. So, really, to recognize our own unhealthy tendencies, it's really imperative to set out on this journey again of deep self-observation, right? It's not a casual glance in the mirror, but a sustained and unwavering attention to the intricacies of one's own thoughts, emotions, and actions, right? And it's within that process that we have to really remain very vigilant, right? It's because these tendencies are so elusive, can disguise themselves amidst the noise of chaos of everyday life. So we have to recognize these patterns are there. We have to say to ourselves continually, am I doing this, right? Am I acting this way? Am I behaving this way? Are these thoughts arising? What are these emotions? And look at them and shine the light of awareness on them. And we have to begin by developing or cultivating a state of heightened awareness, right? And acute sensitivity to the subtle nuances of your own being. So, to do that, we observe your thoughts as they emerge. Witness the ceaseless chattering of the mind without judgment or attachment. Just observe. Just observe. It's a good exercise, good first place to start. So it's in the clarity of observation that the individual can discern the seeds of unhealthy tendencies that are rooted in the conditioned beliefs and fears, okay? So we explore the depths of your emotions, not merely indulging in their surface ripples, right? But diving beneath them. This may be uncomfortable, but you have to dive beneath to uncover their underlying currents and observe the patterns that emerge, right? The reoccurring storms of anger, the murky waters of envy, or the suffocating grip of anxiety. So, without resisting or suppressing as well. We have to allow these emotions to be fully present and felt and understood. We have to trace them back to their origins. We have to find out what that is. And this is all a subjective process. This is what, with the Ayurvedic psychology, can assist with. So reach out to me and we'll discuss some more about these things. It's a fascinating and wonderful thing to go through. It's just disheartening at points as well, but the end result is fantastic. So we have to really pay heed to the actions, right, that flow from these deep-seated currents, right? Are they born of genuine intention, or do they stem from a place of unconscious repetition? That's really difficult for the individual to know for themselves. They may think that everything they're expressing is an authentic and genuine intention, right? But if it's happened time and time again, we can most likely say that it's an unconscious repetition, right? So we have to observe the ways in which you relate to others, the subtle manipulations, the craving for approval, and the need for control. And by shining the light of awareness upon those actions, you expose their deceptive nature and the toll that they take on your own well-being. Notice that, right? That through those deceptive actions, those manipulative tactics that are being used, is taking a toll on your own well-being. So in that process of the self-discovery, we don't really seek solace in blame or condemnation, or do we direct it inward or outward, right? We don't direct that condemnation or blame internally or externally. So the judgment only breeds further division and obscures that truth. And so instead, we got to hold ourselves in a compassionate embrace. And that's something that has to be learned, right? To acknowledge that these tendencies, they're not fixed traits, but rather they're conditioned responses woven into the fabric of your being through that intricate tapestry of experience itself. So recognize that the very act of observation creates a space, like a sacred pause, between the stimulus and the response. So in that space lies the seed of transformation, because it's within that gap that we find the freedom to choose differently, to break the cycle of our unconscious tendencies, right? So we have to embrace this freedom with this unwavering sort of resolve and engage in a conscious dialogue with yourself and challenge those assumptions and beliefs that underpin your unhealthy patterns, right? And as you navigate this journey, remember that recognition, it doesn't imply instant eradication, right? It's not like that at all. These unhealthy tendencies, once they're acknowledged, they might just keep persisting, and their grip will refuse to relinquish its hold, right? It won't be too easy, but you have to really be patient and stick to it. And transformation requires time and dedication and really an unwavering commitment. Make it a goal for yourself in every aspect of your life. Waking, eating, drinking, sleeping, interacting. Remind yourself. Tie a string on your finger. Whatever you need to do for yourself. I have some ways that I can assist and that I assist people with remembering these things continually throughout the day. And I'd love to be able to share them with you, so reach out, right? Because it's in the light of that self-awareness, right, that you'll find the strength to transcend those tendencies. So as this sense of darkness, dissolves into that light and is replaced by the radiant clarity of that understanding, you'll discover this new found freedom, right? An authentic expression of your true self. And in that liberation, you reclaim your sovereignty. And you shape a life that transcends the limitations of conditioned patterns and embraces the boundless potential of the present moment. So I hope your journey on this is liberating and you awaken to the depths of your own being, and it becomes a testament to the infinite possibilities that lie within. Reach out to me. I'd love to have further conversation with any of you that are interested. We can really do something together here. Namaskar.